Hi student, the today topic is occupational health hazard. That is the last unit of medical surgical 2. Okay, I think 10th unit. That in this occupational health hazard we have to study about that which kind of hazard will get from occupation, and we have to tell about the what is the type of that and how we can prevent from that hazards. Okay, before going to deal the topic, first we have to see what is the occupational health. Occupational health, it refers to the potential risk to health and safety for those who work outside the home. That those people are at risk for getting any kind of health issues, and we have to think about their safety and those people who are working outside the home. Hazard, something that can cause harm if not controlled. Okay, in this, if it can be cause harm if will not control it. Okay, next one is the occupational disease directly caused by a person's occupation. Occupational disease is that if disease is occurring because of any kind of that, because of that person occupation, that we call as a occupational disease. Next is the occupational environment. Okay, occupational environment, some of the external condition and influences prevailing at the place of work which have a bearing on the health of the working population. Okay, some, because of some external condition and influences, it will affect the place of work also, and which have a bearing on the health. Because of this, it can affect on the health of the working population, those who are working there. There is a three types of interaction is in the workplace. There will be a man and physical, chemical and biological agents, and man and machine, and man and man. These are the some kind of occupational that we can tell this. These are the types of interaction in the workplace. Okay, man, physical, chemical and biological agent, and man and machine, and man and man. What is the occupational hazard? The occupational hazard will be a physical hazard, chemical hazard, biological hazard, mechanical hazard and psychological hazard. There will be a 5 kind of occupational hazards. What come under physical hazard? That physical hazard is that it will affect the physically. Okay, sorry, in this we can tell the heat and cold, light, noise, vibration, ultraviolet radiation, ionizing radiation. Okay, these are the some kind of the physical hazards: heat and cold, light, noise, vibration, ultraviolet radiations and ionizing radiations. These are the physical hazards. Next, in this physical hazard, if you see cold, okay, in cold we can tell the chilly blains, erythrocyanosis, immersion, foot, forced frostbite as a result of cutaneous vasoconstrictions, and general hypothermia. Okay, by seeing the image you can you can see that there is a different kind of environmental hazard is there in this. The physical hazard under this cold. Okay, the cold is that sorry, these are the example for that cold. Okay, next is the light, the acute effect of sorry poor illumination are eye strain, headache, eye pain, lacrimation, congestion around the cornea, eye fatigue. The chronic effects on the health include Meniere's nystagmus. Okay, in this what will be happen? The acute effect of poor illumination are eye strain. The eye strain and the headache also, eye pain also, lacrimation also, congestion around the cornea also is there, eye fatigue is there, and the chronic effect on the health include Meniere's nystagmus. Next is the noise. Okay, in this noise there will be auditory effects, temporary or permanent hearing loss. In this, what will be happen? There is a temporary or permanent hearing loss. Non-auditory effect is a nervousness, fatigue, interference with the communication by speech, decreased efficiency, and annoyance. These kind of symptoms can be happening in the non-auditory effects. Next, vibration. Exposure to vibration may also produce injury of the joint of the hand, elbow, and shoulders. It will do the injury to the joints of hand, elbow, and shoulder. That is a vibration. Next is the ultraviolet radiation. In this, what will be happen? There will be conjunctivitis, keratitis. That is a Welder flash. Ultraviolet radiation. Next is the ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiation, the radiation hazard compromise genetic changes, malformation, cancer, leukemia, depletion, ulceration, sterility, and extreme case death. Okay, these kind of symptoms can be happen. Next, the International Commission of Radiological Protection has set the maximum permissible level of occupational exposure at 5 rem per year to the whole body. Next is a chemical hazard. There is a local action, ingestion, and inhalation. These are the ways of chemical hazard, between local action and ingestion and through the inhalation. Chemical hazard local action is a dermatitis, eczema, ulcer, cancer by primary irritate actions. In this chemical hazard, that local action, it will cause dermatitis, then it will cause eczema, ulcer, cancer by primary irritate action. Next, chemical hazard inhalation will be a dust, gases, metals, and their compounds. These are the ways of inhalation because of dust, gases, metal, and their compounds. Next, chemical hazard dust are finely divided solid particles with size ranging from 0.1 to 150 microns. Dust particles larger than 10 microns settle down from the air rapidly. Indefinitely, particles smaller than 5 microns are directly inhaled into the lungs, are retained there, and is mainly responsible for pneumococcus. If the dust particle is larger than 10 microns, okay, it will be settled down from the air rapidly, and indefinitely particles smaller than 5 microns are directly inhaled into the lungs and are retained there and is mainly responsible for pneumoconiosis. Okay. Next, what is the size of dust? Inhalable, there is a 10 to 5 mu upper respiratory tract, thoracic 5 to 3 and 3 to 1 mu alveoli. What is next is a chemical hazard. The classification of dust. There is a inorganic and organic dust. Next, soluble and insoluble dust. Okay, these are the classification of dust. Inorganic and organic, soluble and insoluble dust. Chemical hazard. In this, the gases, simple gases, example gases, example oxygen, hydrogen, asphyxiating gases, carbon monoxide, cyanide gas, sulfur dioxide, chloride, anesthetic gases, example chloroform, ether, and trichloroethane. These are the some kind of chemical hazards. Next chemical hazard, it will be metal and their compound, lead and antimony, arsenic, beryllium, cadmium, cobalt, manganese, mercury, phosphorus, chromium, zinc, and other. These are the some kind of chemical hazards. Chemical hazard next is an ingestion. Is an occupational disease may also result from ingestion of chemical substances such as lead, mercury, arsenic, zinc, chromium, cadmium, phosphorus, etc. These, if the person will ingest this kind of metal, because of this, what will be happen? There will be a problem can be arise by ingestion of this kind of things. Next, biological hazard: brucellosis, leptospirosis, anthrax, hydatiditis, tetanus, encephalitis, fungal infections, syctomosis, a host of others. In this, what can be biological hazards? The biological hazards is come under viruses, fungi, bacteria, parasites. These are the biological hazards. What is a mechanical hazards? Mechanical hazards, warning, tip over hazard, do not move this equipment without mechanical assistance. This come under the mechanical hazard. Psychosocial hazard means factor affecting because of frustration, lack of job satisfaction, insecurity, poor human relationship, emotional tension. These come under the psychological hazard, that it will affect the emotion of that person, that because of the frustration from any situation, because of lack of job satisfaction, insecurity, poor human relationship, and emotional tensions. Psychological hazard. The health effect can be classified into two: psychological and behavior changes, psychosomatic ill health. Okay, psychosomatic ill health. In this, occupational hazard, man and machine. Okay, it will be happen between man and machine. You can see man and man. Man and means that higher person is what we can tell, that higher person will put pressure on that, if the person is working in somewhere, okay, because of that they are putting much pressure, and it will cause that man to man pressure, okay. And sometime what will be happen, they will relieve the stress at the home, and when they will come at home and they will put pressure on there, they are doing compensation, okay. That is man and man. The like jealousy kind of things will be happen, it come under the this hazards. Next is now we'll see about the disease condition. In the occupational hazard, the first is a pneumoconiosis, that is a normal lung, simple, and the PWF. What is a pneumoconiosis? Dust within the size of 0.5 to 3 micro is a health hazard, producing after a variable period of exposure. A lung disease is known as pneumoconiosis. In this, what will be happen? There is a dust, the size will be 0.5 to 3 micro is a health, and after that it is a exposure, it will do the problem in the lungs. The hazardous effect of the dust on the lung depend upon a number of factors such as the chemical composition, fineness, concentration of the dust in the air, period of exposure, health status of the person exposed. In this, these are the ways, because of what is the chemical composition, fineness, what is that concentration of the dust in the air, and period of exposure, health status of the person. Okay, these are the some factors, that because of the factors only the person health condition will be variable. Next is the silicosis. Silicosis is a major cause of permanent disability and the mortality, okay, suffering rate, and in this It is caused by inhalation of the dust containing free silica or silicon dioxide. Okay, in this, that is it will increase the more death rate also, and it also caused by inhalation of dust containing free silica and silicon dioxide. That they has to, if the inhalation of the containing free silica and silicon, that causes silicosis. Pathological silicosis is characterized by the dense nodular fibrosis. The nodules ranging from 3 to 4 mm in diameter. Some of the early manifestations are the irritated cough, dyspnea on the exertion, and pain in the chest. These kind of symptoms will be appear. Okay, and then it will ranging from 3 to 4 mm in diameter. And this, what will be happen? These are the symptoms of silicosis. Next is the anthracosis. Anthracosis exhibit two general phases. In coal miners pneumocosis, the first phase is a labeled as a simple pneumocosis, which is associated with little ventilator impairment. In this, what will be happen? It is happening because of the coal miners. Those people who are working in the coal factories and coal miners, that they, this kind of disease can be happen to that people. Okay. Next, in this, the second phase is characterized by progressive massive fibrosis. This causes severe respiratory disability and frequently result in the premature death. In this, what will be happen in the second phase is characterized by progressive massive fibrosis will be happen, and because of this, what will be happen? There is a respiratory disability and the frequently result in the premature death. Next is a cyanosis. In this, by cyanosis, it is due to the inhalation of cotton fiber dust over long period of time. The symptoms are chronic cough and a progressive dyspnea, ending in the chronic bronchitis and emphysema. The bicyanosis, it is happening because of the inhalation of cotton fiber and cotton fiber dust over a long period of time. The symptoms will be a chronic cough, will be there, dyspnea ending in chronic bronchitis and emphysema. These kind of symptoms can be appear in this condition. Next is in this you can see the image, how the alveoli will be appear by cyanosis. Okay. Next is a bagasosis. Bagasosis is the name given to any occupational disease. Okay, occupational disease of the lung caused by the inhalation of bagasse or sugarcane dust. And that in this, if those who are working in the sugarcane factory, it is happening because of the sugarcane dust. That is the bagasosis. Okay, in the occupational disease of the lung caused by the inhalation of bagasses on a sugarcane dust. Okay, next one is a bagasosis. In the symptoms, like the symptoms will be appear. This is the asbestosis. This is a danger asbestosis. In this, what will someone inhale or ingest asbestos fiber? Fiber lodge in the mesothelial tissue. Fiber cause cellular damage that result in a tumor growth. This kind of symptoms will be appear. That is a danger asbestosis. Next, what is the asbestosis? Asbestosis enter the body. Okay, it will enter the body by inhalation, and fine dust may be deposited in the alveoli. In this, what will be happen? The asbestos enter the body by inhalation of fine dust. It will deposit in the alveoli. Okay, the fine dust will deposit in the alveoli. It is happening in the asbestos cases. Asbestosis, it causes pulmonary fibrosis leading to respiratory insufficiency and death. Okay, it leads to the respiratory insufficiency or the death also. Carcinoma of the bronchus and the gastrointestinal tract. These kind of symptoms will be appear. And then what will be happen? Serpentine, thiorided magnesium silicate and amphibole type contain magnesium asbestosis. Next is the farmer lung. It is due to the inhalation of moldy dye or grain dust which contain micropolyspora fini. In this, it is happening because of inhalation of this kind of dust. The disease is characterized by respiratory symptoms and finally lead to the pulmonary fibrosis and pulmonary damage. In this farmer lung, those are inhalation of moldy hay and grain dust. Because of this, it will happen to the people that we call as a farmer lung. Next, farmer lung. This you can see in the image. Okay. Next, what is how we can preventive measure? What is a preventive measure for that? There is a dust control, biological monitoring, X-ray, lung function, periodic examination of workers, and continued research, use of safer type of asbestosis, and mask and goggles. These kind of through these ways we can control, we can prevent the any kind of occupational disease. Like dust control, we have to do biological monitoring, we have to do periodic examination of the employee, use of safety method, mask and goggles. Occupational disease, that is a cancer also we can tell. The characteristics of the occupational cancer are they appear after the prolonged exposure. The period between exposures and the development of disease may be 10 to 25 years. The disease may develop even after cessation of exposure. The localization of tumor is remarkable, constant in any one occupation. In this, there is a prolonged exposure to it that the person is having, and the exposure and the development disease may be 10 to 25 years, and the disease may develop even after the cessation of the exposure. After that exposure also the disease can be appear. The localization of tumor is remarkable, constant in anyone in an occupation. Next is the skin cancer is a main occupational hazard among gas workers, oven workers, tar distillers, oil refines, dye stuff makers, road makers, and industries associated with the use of mineral oil and tar related compound. Those are working in this particular area, there is a chance to get the skin cancer. Lung cancer, it is an occupational hazard in the gas industries, that is the asbestos industry, and nickel and chromium work and mining of the radioactive substances. The main carcinogens in these areas are nickel, chromatids, asbestos, coal, tar, etc. These are the factors will cause the lung cancer. Bladder cancer, the industries associated with the bladder cancer are the dye stuff, dyeing industry, rubber gas, electrical cable industries. The major bladder carcinogens are benzidine and aramine and beta naphthalene, etc. These are the other bladder cancer disease. Next, leukemia. That leukemia is exposure to benzoin, rentgen rays, radioactive substances give rise to leukemia. Benzol is a dangerous chemical and is used as a solvent in many industry. How we can prevent? The pre-selection, protection, personal hygiene, and periodic inspection. In this pre-inspection is the worker should medically examine before employment. We have to examine before the employment. The protection, protecting clothing, long leather gloves, aprons, boots, barrier, creams, we have to use that. Next is the personal hygiene. Supply of warm water and adequate washing facilities, soap and towel. Okay, personal hygiene, we have to use a supply of warm water, adequate washing facility and soap and towel. Next is a periodic inspection, medical checkup we have to do, early detection we have to do, transfer from risky areas, proper education of workers to identify skin irritation. In this periodic inspection that we have to check the medical checkup also, early detection also we have to do, transfer from risky area, proper education of workers to identify the skin irritation. These are the preventive methods. Radiation hazard, exposure to X-rays, ultraviolet rays occurs in the hospital and other electrical welding process. Infrared rays are produced in welding and glass blowing. The main effect of radiation, the acute burns, dermatitis, malignancy, genetic effect. If there exposure of these kind of rays, this kind of problem can be arise. These are the preventive measures. Next is the lead poisoning. The lead is used in variety of industries such as the manufacture of storage batteries, glass, manufacturing, shape building, printing, and the potters and the rubber and industries. Lead poisoning in this mode of absorption of three waves: inhalation, ingestion, and the absorption through skin. Normal adult ingest about 0.2 to 0.3 mg lead per day from food and beverages. Confirmation of lead poisoning shows a blood count more than 7 mg per 100 ml and urine lead more than 500 mg per day. If we are now in normal case also we are ingesting 0.2 to 0.3 mg of lead. Lead poisoning, the toxic effect of inorganic lead exposure and abdominal colic, constipation, loss of appetite, blue line on the top, gums, anemia, wrist drape and foot drop. This kind of symptoms will be appear. The toxic effect of organic lead compound are mostly on the CNS, insomnia, headache, mental confusion, delirium, etc. What is a preventive measure? Substitution of lead with less toxic material, isolation of all process which gives rise to lead dust and fumes, personal protection, personal hygiene, good housekeeping, periodic examination of workers and health education, medical management, saline stomach wash if ingested, penicillamine. The substitution we have to do the lead with less toxic materials, isolation of all process, personal protection we have to do, periodic examination we have to do, medical management also we have to do. These are the medical measures, engineering measures and legislative measures. Legislation, the most important factory laws in India today are the Factory Act 1948, the Employee State Insurance Act 1948. These are the USA medical care scheme, sickness benefit, extended sickness benefit, maternity benefit, permanent disability dependent benefit, Rajiv Gandhi Sarme Kalyan Yojana incentive scheme, medical care to retired IPS. Importance of occupational hazard is the X-ray in radiations. Okay, this is the important occupational hazard in hospital. Back pain. Yes, you see. Next is the occupational health nurse. Okay, occupational health nurse are registered nurse who independently observe and assess the workers' health status and to respect them from job tasks and hazards. Okay, in this the occupational health nurses are the registered nurse who independently observe and assess the workers' health status and to respect from job tasks and hazards. What is the scope of the educational prepared with a recognized adverse health effect, occupational exposure and address, method for hazard abatement control, bring their nursing expertise to all industries. This occupational health nurse is the occupational health nurse, occupational health physician, industrial hygienist, safety engineer, work organization specialist, psychologist, counselor, physiotherapist, ergonomist, health economist. These are the occupational health team. Okay, health nurse will be there, health physician will be there, industrial hygienist will be there, safety engineer will be there, work organization specialist will be there, psychologist will be there, counselor will be there, physiotherapist will be there, ergonomist will be there, health and economist. This kind of team will be there. What the role of the clinically? They have hospital specialist, manager work, coordinator work, advisor, health educator, counselor and research. These are the role of the occupational health nurse. Okay, these are the theory. This is okay. In this again I am repeating, there is a different kind of that occupational hazard will be there. There is a silicosis and that the rules and regulation is there, how lead poisoning also is there, and that how what radiation exposure prevention, leukemia, bladder cancer and lung cancer, and that preventive measure also dust control we have to do, farmer lung. Okay, farmer lung, then asbestosis, then bagasosis, and that bagasosis is a inhalation of sugarcane dust. Okay, bisonosis, and then in this that is a cotton anthraconosis, that after silicosis, then pneumocosis. Okay, again pneumocosis is the effect of the inhalation of dust. Then silicosis and motor disability, mortality, inhalation of dust containing free silica and silica oxide, then silicosis. Okay, next anthracosis. Anthracosis is that is happening because of the mm, coal miners. Okay, those are working in the coal factories. Bisonosis is that is the inhalation of cotton fiber. Bisonosis. Bagasosis is the in sugarcane dust. Okay, bagasosis. Asbestos is the asbestos is done by the inhalation and fine dust deposit in the alveoli. In this image, you can farmer lung also. Okay, dust control we have to do, biological monitoring we have to do, periodic examination of the employee we have to do, use of safety, types of asbestosis we have to do, crystallite, amososite, mask and gloves we have to do, and there's a cancer is a different type of cancer will be there. Okay, then we have the radiation. Through the radiations also preventive method is a pre-selection, protection, personal hygiene, periodic inspection will be there. Radiation has a preventive measure, lead poisoning. Okay, and that preventive measure also medical measure, engineering measure, legislative measure. Legislation is Act 1948 is there, 19 Insurance Act will be there. Okay, and that what is that health occupational health nurse is registered who independently observe and assess the worker health status. Okay, and that educational prepare to recognize adverse health effect. What is team is occupational health nurse will be there, occupational health physician, industrial hygienist, safety engineers, work organization specialist, psychologist, counselor, physiotherapist, and ergonomist, the health economics. These are the occupational health team. Okay, in this there is a clinical specialist, manager, coordinator, advisor, health educator, and counselor and researcher. Okay, okay, thanks class.